We are back.
We
Okay, so
are.
we've almost got the school built and almost got everybody selected. So, news will be coming about about our charter school.
That would be
Ash and
fun.
Soot School of Not Hard Knocks. No.
No, it will be fun. Learning can be a lot of fun.
And we'll keep it clean.
Absolutely. Ash and Soot. We'll clean it right up with soap. Talking about soap.
Like a soap opera?
Soap.
Digest? Okay,
Soap. Real
okay.
soap.
All right, real soap. Let's go
We
with
had a
it.
discussion about real soap the other day.
We did.
Because you sent something to me and I couldn't remember what it was. I thought you had to rub it all over your feet. And my husband said, I don't think you're supposed to put it on your feet. I'm like, I don't know. That's Vicks when you have a cough.
Yep, exactly.
Vicks when you have a cough with socks.
Mm-hmm.
Stick around. We were just like, I'm the old wife tale. She's a young one. But yes, we had, you doing Bath and Body Works for soap?
Yes, no. I was looking up something that we were talking about. So go ahead. So now soap.
Wasn't the legs.
It is restless leg.
Restless leg syndrome.
But it has to be ivory soap. It can't be Zest, or it can't be one of your liquid soap. It has to be a bar of ivory soap. And there's something that's in it.
It's 99.9% pure. That's why.
But pure what?
We have no idea. Well,
because there's something in it that's supposed to help with the restless leg, and you put it underneath your sheet, down by your feet.
And it's supposed to help it. And it's got to be some chemical. Now, ivory soap, as I said, 99.9%. So what is really soap? Let's go back for the history of soap. What did soap? They used what? Tallow, candle, wax, and lye. And where do we get lye?
The ground?
No. You know how you can get lye? We can get it. In fact, our son-in-law said one.
I know.
Well, actually, I'm lye.
Because you're ash?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because you take the ashes from your fireplace.
Okay.
Cheesecloth. And you run water through it. And what you get is lye. Lye comes from ashes. Probably from a little soot, too. But that's where the lye came from.
But how did they know that?
Sodium hydroxide. Who knows? Somebody must have said, oh, wow, that really cleans up a little ashy here.
Yeah, because it's like, who ever knew to peel a banana and eat it? I mean, anyway, go back to your soap. Go ahead. I mean,
those apes knew what to do. They slipped on that peel and said,
but how did you know to dig the ashes out, run it through a sieve, and get lye? I mean, anyway.
But that's soap. Soap was lye with wax or tallow or lard or whatever, your method of moving it around.
So it wasn't bubbly back then?
Probably not.
You didn't get bubbly, and
not.
And they probably didn't have scented soaps.
Oh no, probably.
But lye, isn't that what they wash the clothes with and everything?
See, you led right into what I wanted to do.
Okay.
just because the soap bar that's used for clothes, and it's old. It's called Fell's Napta.
He goes along with Micah Victor or whatever.
Muscovite.
Must invite Micah. Yeah.
You can buy it.
What does that say? That word again?
Fell's, F-E-L-S. And now Napta, M-A-P-T-A soap. It's laundry soap. It's a bar.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to buy you one.
No, you really don't. But I'll just look at a picture of it. Because what am I going to do with it? Okay. Well, here we go. See,
you can look. We work so well together. I got her hooked.
Again.
Fell's Napta. Fell's Napta was used to wash out stains.
Okay.
Because it's very good at stains. Anything. There's a whole website on all the uses for Fell's Napta.
And I wouldn't know how to smell it to get the.
I'll send you a text.
She's going to send me.
I'll send her a link. Yes. And how I know about Fell's Napta is because, of course, my mom used Fel's naphtha, and they used it.
What about borax?
Borax, yeah, you could use that, but Fel's naphtha is good for poison ivy. Fel's naphtha, if you think your clothing has poison ivy, you use that on it. But my mom always kept it in case we got into poison ivy. Now, you're not supposed to really use a lot of it on your skin. It has some talc in it too. But you use Fel's naphtha on your poison ivy rash and then wash it off. It'll take the poison out faster. I always have Fel's naphtha at home. And they come in large bars. They're good sized bars, so you can break them into thirds because I'm so cheap. I don't want to waste the whole bar. So my husband said, "Oh, I think I got some poison ivy," because the poor man, I had him cutting tree trims, and he says, "What branches do you want?" I said, "Oh, I want the whole tree. Go cut it down." So
He might want you to start this charter school and get out the house.
he says, "Did you dream about teaching again?" So, and he was very, I said, "Be careful with poison ivy because it's all over." And I said, "Oh, there's a big vine." He goes, "That's poison ivy." I said, I think it was a Virginia creeper. And I got that because they all died. But he had poison ivy on his arm. And I said, I think I have some Fel's naphtha. So I did. I found it like in a minute because I knew where it was in the garage, sitting right there with the outside. Brought it in. And this was, Sunday, and it's all gone. I mean, it's gone. And he'll put,
Does he have skin still there, though?
Yes, he does. He does. Did not have to peel it off. It didn't rot away. And I've used it for, now they
How
say
does it smell?
clean. Actually, that's one of the things they use it for is the clean smell that they have. And they tell you how you can make a spray for your plants to keep the aphids off, and how you can make a bag of stuff that you run it through and spray and keep the deer away.
You think Phil's naphtha would work with restless leg?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out what's in ivory soap then.
We'll have to look it up. We'll have to look
Well,
up.
this Phil's naphta's got me curious.
You have to. So
I will need to keep that around because, my husband likes all that kind of stuff too.
And I will try to send you the link because I had it on my phone because I was going through it and reading again today. Like I said, I've used it for years, since I was little. And my husband has a lot of like psoriasis and eczema, and he needs special soaps and things. I've been mixing up tea tree oil in his shampoo and stuff to try to do that. And I think he said he's going to try to use some, Fel's naphtha, not directly, but just make the sudsy on that because it may help. And it had a whole, it's got the chemicals that's in it. And I thought it was kind of interesting because I thought it would have lye in it, but it doesn't. Not that I could find it. It has some other chemicals. Sodium cocalate, I believe is one of them. There's 2 sodium compounds that they have in it. So again, you've got a salt type basis that you can use for that.
Interesting. See, she always brings a new interesting fact to everything.
Toothpaste, Colgate toothpaste is very good for rashes too.
And I keep some Raleigh salve. Do you ever remember that?
Raleigh salve is a thing. I think they also called it Watkins salve. Comes in
a little container. Yep.
Yes.
It's almost like what shoe polish used to come in that container, and I've got some.
Yes.
And so I've got Raleigh, and it doesn't take a whole lot.
See, they named him after, ours is Watkins salve, and yours is Raleigh. But I think and it looks like Vaseline.
It does, and it doesn't smell wonderful. But
but it has.
It's like a petroleum. It's got
a
petroleum
but it's got
base
something, and I'm trying to remember what.
I don't even know what it's made of, but I know that's. What
I know that I've looked it up, and yes, it was a drawing salve. My mom used to
use anything, right?
Well, she used to use it if you had an infection, and you'd put it on that, and it would draw the infection out. I have that jar. I have it.
Well, that's what we need to do is, that is interesting. We need to sit down because we need to know your mom's remedies. Because it sounds like your mom was really good. Sounds like she was like a natural healer too.
They had to use different things, and I mean, there used to be a thing called Save the Baby. And it was a chest rub. that you'd put on children when they'd get chest colds. And I've looked that up before because I guess you can't put Vicks on babies now yet because something about the vapors and the menthol. You're not
I don't know
supposed to-
how we survived because we used to get Vicks.
We got
on our
all these.
chest.
My husband will say, my mom used to make me eat Vicks. I'm like, ooh, wow. It's like, I don't think so, but okay. And now it's like, oh, I can't use this.
Well, I mean, they always, when we were coming up, at least my mom, you would do it, but then of course you covered it up because you
compressed.
didn't want, you didn't want the cold
Yes.
air. I mean, you didn't want the open air.
You
then
wanted to keep it in.
So she would
Mhm.
wrap you up tight after she did
They
it.
call them poultices.
And I still do the same thing for myself. I mean, I know now you're not supposed to do it with kids, but I mean, I don't know how we lived.
We're
and
babbling idiots.
survived.
Maybe we're just
Maybe that's what
maybe
is wrong
that's
with
our
us.
problem with it.
Because
Maybe
we had Vicks on
Yeah,
us.
maybe they don't want us to
But
be
see,
free
Vicks on your
fingers.
feet, it
Vicks
will
with
help.
socks.
But you know, one of the reasons why is, and I like explanations behind things, so do you. But your feet are some of your biggest pores in your body. So when you put things on your feet and stuff, I mean, and that's why like these drawing pads that will draw out stuff,
Yes.
it will come out through your feet. And
Mhm.
like we do ionic cleanses and stuff, but I mean, your feet have these big pores and stuff. So you put the Vicks on there and then it gets in and goes through.
And a lot of your body meridians through your feet.
Mm.
And that major nerve that goes up your leg, the center
Yep.
of your foot.
That's a whole nother subject, meridians. But anyway.
Your ears. Lots of points on your ears.
So it's really interesting, but I like to know some of these old things that people used or why they used it. I like to know the reason behind it.
I could bring a huge chart in. Shakers. The shakers, they died out because, I don't know, they didn't
shook it all out, I guess. I guess
They
they
didn't.
shook.
Anyway, but they were herbalists that did all these natural.
Well, isn't it?
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
I have a large chart that I bought at Hancock Shaker Village in Massachusetts. And across, it's like a graph. And you pick the ailment. And it has a little runner that goes across, and you go down, and they'll tell you what herbs and what things to use for that ailment. It is fascinating.
Well, that's why when I needed to know something the other day, I mean, because I knew about the soap, but I knew what I use for like restless leg, and I, got my magnesium right, got my vitamin D right and everything. But I was like, what do you know about it? And
I knew it was soap.
And sure enough, she sent me the soap thing. So we
Yeah,
were
I knew it
both
was
right on
me.
the same track.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it sounds crazy, and I knew when I say it sounds crazy, but when you have restless leg, it's not fun. So I was willing to try it. So sure enough, I went out seeking ivory soap, and that was a challenge to find.
We do use
Because bar
it.
soaps are not as popular
I
now.
know, but you can buy it in like a 6 or 8 pack,
Mm-hmm.
which is what we buy. That's what we use because it's 99%, 9%
Something.
pure, 99.9% pure.
Pure.
It's that 0.1%. I have no idea what the impurities happen to be, but there it is. So we use that, and I have been known. I'll buy some other kinds of bars, but some of them just I don't know if they really work. It would be fun to try to make your own soap with like rosemary and fresh mint and stuff. And I'd like to smell like basil flowers because they smell so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, we have.
See, I like jasmine.
Oh, I like jasmine too. I do. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, our back porch, I planted my basil all around the back porch. So you walk out there and you just smell the basil flowers going crazy. But rosemary is calming, and mint's calming.
rosemary, yep. Lavender is calming.
Yep. And
Mhm.
so when we take our cats to the vet, I'll put some sprigs of rosemary underneath whatever cloth I put in there with a little bit of rosemary and mint to help them calm them down and stuff.
Very good.
Because if you can buy cat ease, it's called cat ease. And if you read it, the ingredients saying, I got these, I can do that.
So I think one day what we'll do is we'll set it up in here and we'll do an herbal
I've got so many books.
Yeah, we'll do herbal, and we'll do like the little the oils, essential oils, and maybe give everybody a lesson on what's good to use for what. Okay, how about that?
That would sound like fun.
And then we can just film it, and I think that would be interesting for everybody to see what all you can do. But because some of them, as we have said before, you do not want to apply directly to your skin. You do not want to. There's certain things and there's
oil of oregano. No, it's like gee, I got it on my finger. And yesterday, jalapenos that I did.
She could feel it through the pizza.
Well, what happened is I had my hands in the plastic. And my hands were sweating because it was so hot.
So the oil from the
jalapenos came. I was like, okay. It's like I got capsaicin all over my fingers. Let's hope the arthritis goes away. Mm-hmm. But no, that's.
I think that would be a fun one. So we'll see what we can put together, because people are going to need that coming up for the winter. Because you need to know some remedies.
Oh, geez.
But it's about time. Yep.
About time.
So anyway, we will see you, and she's going to be on we'll see what we can get done before her trip maybe next week.
That's right.
But if not, we'll get a highlight reel when she gets back.
That's right.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Hey, sweetie.